Hello, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's get this comment pinned as we always do. And welcome to Astrology Saturday with your host with the most, Chad the Maverick. Welcome in. This is an amazing shift of energy. We are heading into Sagittarius season. Finally, there's been a lot of pressure from this last Scorpio season. We're heading into a brand new season, brand new everything, brand new outlook, and this is the energy that we're carrying into the end of the year. So this is a very important live stream. Be sure that you check it out. If anything else, you send it over to a friend that you know, send it to whoever else. If you know someone right now who could use this information or can use this live stream, send it over to them right now so they can end up watching it as well. And once more, welcome in, everyone. Very, very excited to get this started, right? Mars hour just begun a second ago. We're really into this fire season now. We're starting off this fire season. Sag season starts in 1 hour. 1 hour from right now, Sagittarius season starts. We're heading into, like I said, a brand new energy, brand new outlook, brand new everything. Not only that, Venus has now entered Scorpio as well. So I want to be explaining how that's going to go. The moon's going to be transiting from the moon in Aquarius over to the moon in Taurus this week. I'll be explaining that as well as we go along. But outside of that, thank you all for being here. If anyone doesn't know, my name is Chad, aka Chad the Maverick. I'm the in-house astrologer here at House of Intuition. I do all the astrology work and all of that good stuff. I also run personal readings and consultations on my website, chadthemaverick.com. But not only that, I'm actually having a holiday sale for all the Sagittarius season. All of my main readings that I do are on sale. So please be sure to check that out at chadthemaverick.com if you want to get a reading for yourself or a loved one, etc. Outside of that, we also have a bunch of classes coming in. I teach a class myself every Monday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. PST through Zoom. Only $10. I give so much information. Appreciate all the hearts and the love, by the way. But I break down all the information about what's going on. My next two classes are going to be on how to read your own horoscope, which is going to be on Monday. So I'm going to be teaching you how to track transits and read your own horoscope. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to be teaching Mercury, Venus, and Mars in astrology, giving you a breakdown about all of that. Make sure that you check out Patty's classes on practical magic, as well as Ryan's classes on practical magic, Bree's crystal talks every Thursday, and the House of Intuition crystal sales and crystal adoption actually every Sunday as well. They have their own page. So now that is out of the way, let's get into the astrology. So right now we're entering Sagittarius season. This whole entire time frame. Monday and Wednesday is 6 p.m. PST. If anything, my at name, Chad the Maverick, will be in this live stream afterward on IGTV, so you can check that out, and all my links are straight through there. But outside of that, right, what's going to be going on with this? Sagittarius season. Sagittarius is a sign of fire. It is a fire sign. It is actually the sign of cosmic fire. A lot of people think like mutable signs and stuff like that, but once you get to Sagittarius and on, we're actually in the universal signs. This is my favorite time of year personally. But the reason why this happens, right, is because this is when things get a little more cosmic in a sense, right? Usually when it comes from Sagittarius to Pisces, this is a higher tier of the whatever energy that it is or whatever element that it is in as well. So what's going on with this Sagittarius season? Do you want to know? Well, first of all, we have eclipses throughout this Sagittarius season. So the South Node has been in Sagittarius. So this has been bringing up the way that they want to learn, right? The way that people learn has been coming up in different ways. A lot of aspects of people's philosophies have been coming up as well. All of this information has been sweltering in on a collective level, right? So what's happening, right, is that during this Sagittarius season, we're having the lunar eclipse first, and then we're having the solar eclipse after that. So what the lunar eclipse is going to be about. The lunar eclipse, which I'll be breaking down in a class specifically as well. The lunar eclipse is going to be a huge releasing for the collective. It's going to be massive shifts in destiny, mind you. So the thing with eclipses and during this eclipse season is that these shifts in destiny are going to be happening whether you go and do something or not. You can stay in the house and not want to do anything. Shouts out to Alyssa Sharp for explaining it that way. But you can stay in the house and do absolutely nothing. But the universe will shift like your destiny. Like you might just be in the house and then something ends up happening where now you have to do something else, or someone might end up calling you, which completely shifts like your perspective. Or you might get that call for your dream job and now you have to really take the risk. Or you might get the the person that you might want to be with might actually hit you back and be like, hey, what's up? You don't know. The whole idea behind this time frame is that destiny is shifting. Now, Sagittarius season is going to be starting out with the moon in Pisces as well, which is going to be happening later on this evening. So the whole idea behind this type of energy too is that Sag and then Pisces is going to be like, the way that this is starting out this season is that it's going to be a very dreamy, very connected to the universe, very connected to the source type of Sagittarius season. So the whole idea behind this is that all this surrender that you've been forced to learn during Scorpio season and deal with all your feelings, all of this connection with other people and learning how to connect with other people that you've learned in Libra season, and all the analyzation of what you really want to do all throughout a Virgo season is now going to be applied during this Sagittarius season. That's why it's been so important. And I appreciate and much love to you all who have been following the track of every week, because I've been really trying to like make it make sense the best way possible. So shouts out to y'all for being here. But outside of that, the whole idea behind all of this information and all this power is that the Sagittarius season is really starting off with a bang. And I'm going to get more into Sagittarius season as I break down more of the week. But what I also want to talk about right now is Venus entering Scorpio. So Venus going into Scorpio, what does that mean, right? So Venus is the planet of love. Venus is the planet of love, camaraderie, not camaraderie as much as it is just like connection with other folk. As well, it's also money as well. That's one thing that a lot of people don't know about Venus. Venus is money. It's the things that you like. It's a planet of love. My @ is Chad the Maverick. So if anyone's looking for that, it's Chad the Maverick. It'll be on the thing as well. But the whole idea behind this, right, is that this information and this new Venus and Scorpio energy that's coming in is that it's almost like all of the themes that we've been dealing with Scorpio season, all the struggle, all the pain, all the trauma that we've had to run through, because that has been happening for a lot of people at a collective level. We've all been going through that. So it's not just you. If you've been feeling that and you've been in that concept, trust me, it is not just you. It has been us as a collective. Scorpio season was a very heavy season as far as like emotions were concerned and as far as breaking down all this information. Now, Sag season is about the release of that, but with Venus going into Scorpio, with this season starting, it's almost like you're taking all of those lessons learned and you're integrating it within your heart. So now it's almost like, hey, yeah, I did go through all of that, but now it's a strength of, it's almost a sense of power, right? Traditionally, Venus is at fall in Scorpio, but I don't necessarily see it at fall. But at the same time, the whole idea behind this Venus and Scorpio is that if you accept the pure nature of yourself, if you accept the pure nature of who you are, if you allow yourself to go through different layers of who you are and understand that you are a multi-dimensional, a multifaceted person, a multifaceted being, you're all set. That's the whole idea behind it, because Venus and Scorpio is all about the soul. Like, what are you going to be at a soul level, right? Venus and Scorpio has a lot to do with karma as well. Not karma in the sense of like good karma, bad karma. That's a whole other thing. I might do a class on that later on. But the whole idea behind that, because that's a misconstrued notion in my personal opinion. But what I think when it comes to like this whole like karma connection is just that the people that you are meant to be around, the people that are meant to resonate with you, and the people that are meant to love you and be around are going to show up. But you have to be in that energy, in that power, and be willing to dive into your own personal depths. The same way that Scorpio season happened, but now you get to take control of it in a different sense. Because with Scorpio, where the sun's in Scorpio, everyone has to deal with it a different way. With Venus in Scorpio, now it's like your heart's in that. So that's the whole idea behind the premise. So it's like, even if certain things might fall apart that you might expect it to not, or anything along the lines of that, if it's within your heart and it's true and it's pure, it's going to work and it's going to last and it's going to happen. Anything that falls on the wayside, anything that's like, I don't really know, Venus and Scorpio does not play that. I have Venus and Scorpio. We don't play that. Like, you have to be like really about the truth and the honesty and the authenticity. So if you stay in your truth, honesty, and authenticity, this Venus and Scorpio, beautiful. Like, it's going to be like the best time, because you're really going to dive in to the power of what it means to like really feel, right? What's the power of your feeling? Like before, like I said, the Scorpio season that we had with Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, having to deal with all of that, like what's coming in now is it's like a sense of empowerment of like, hey, you dealt with all this already. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've dealt with it. You've seen what it looks like. You felt what it feels like. Now, how are you going to make it feel? And that's the difference between it. Venus and Scorpio is going to be lasting until December 15th. I believe that's what it was. December 13th, I'm sorry. December 13th is how long Venus and Scorpio is going to be lasting from. So basically, like from now to December 13th-ish, is off the top of my head, is when that's going to be happening. So just to let y'all know, it's going to be happening for a while. I'll be mentioning it more in the other live streams as well, as I break down how these transits are going to go. But I really wanted to just kind of like take this specific live stream from like a really raw place, because going into Sagittarius and Venus and Scorpio is a very raw type of energy. And it's also my personal energy. So if you want to know about Sun and Sag and Venus and Scorpio, what's up? So it's basically like, this is clockwork for me type deal. But the whole idea behind this, right, is that getting into this, like I said, this Venus and Scorpio energy is all about this purifying sense of love. Like, how are you going to purify your intention and your heart in order to dive deeper into new facets of love, not only for yourself, for yourself, and then for other people as well. So that's the way that's going to be working in that process, right? Knew you were a Sag. It's Sagittarius season. What you know? Okay, let me stop. But yeah, you know, I'm a Sag. I love Sagittarius season. I'm gonna be talking about Sagittarius season all season. I'm gonna be annoying about it. I don't care. It's my season. I'm gonna say what I want. Shout out to all the Sagittarius out there. Beautiful, beautiful times. So, moving on though, right? So let's get a little bit more into the week. So we're gonna be following the moon as far as how all this is concerned, right? So like I was saying before, the moon this week from today into next Saturday, right, is when that's going to happen. How do you find out where your Venus? If you want to know where your Venus is, you can look up your chart. I'll try astro.com. But if you really want to know about your Venus, be sure to come to my class this upcoming Wednesday at 6 p.m. because I'm going to be talking about Mercury, Venus, and Mars in astrology, teaching you all how to get there and everything like that. So please check out the classes. They're on the front page of House of Intuition. So put that down. If you're a Sag rising, does this count as your season 2? Yup. Yes, it does. So if you're a Sagittarius rising, Sun, even Moon, this is going to be like a really good season for you to like tap into that energy. As a matter of fact, for anyone, if there's a season that starts and you have any of those energies in your big three, either your Sun, Moon, or Rising, it's going to be a powerful season for you. Even for example, since it's Sagittarius season now, if you have an Aries energy, Leo energy, Sagittarius energy, or you're a fire sign of any sort, this is going to be a great energy for you to push forward because that's what it's going for. You get what I'm saying? So that's how that ends up working all together. So, once more, thank you all for showing up. If you want to find me, my name is Chad the Maverick. Like I said, I have a sale on all my readings and stuff like that. So find me, Chad the Maverick, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that, whole nine, everything. So just go look that up, right? So let's move on, like I said, into the astrology again, before I get distracted because it's Sagittarius season. And I'm very excited. I love this. It's my favorite. I'm very excited. So, like I said, the moon is going to be in Pisces, I said earlier, tonight, right? So tonight, the moon's going to be in Pisces, and over the next 2.5 days, it's going to be in Pisces. So, with the moon being in Pisces, making this shift with the Sun in Sagittarius, with Venus and Scorpio too, there's going to be like this. There's a whole brand new energy coming in. So all that like strife, I'm just gonna say strife. All that strife, all that struggle energy that you've been feeling this past like week, because Scorpio season has been ending out with a bang, literally to this very morning. Like Scorpio season has been like, you're gonna feel the last of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like going into tonight, brand new energy, like brand spanking new energy. Like you have to like roll with it and trust in it, because Sagittarius season is trying to make you trust in your intuition and follow your hunches, towards what it is that you desire. So that's what it's really coming in as far as that's concerned. Venus and Scorpio has a lot to do with desire. Pisces has a lot to do with dreams, right? Now, the thing with Pisces, too, is that by tomorrow, the moon will be hitting Neptune in Pisces, right? So with this moon hitting Neptune in Pisces, what's going to be happening, right, is that the dreams that you have are, well, first of all, the Neptune is going to be making it square to the North Node. So it's literally like your destiny and your dreams are starting to like you know what I'm saying? Like they're starting to like kind of conjoin. But before they conjoin, you have to almost have that like that last power struggle. You ever see a movie where, I mean, this is a trope in a lot of movies, but you ever see like a movie where in the movie the person is like, hey, I really want to follow my dreams, but this is a really silly example. This is a very silly example, but I hope that you guys understand this. This is from my age frame or whatever. High School Musical. I'm gonna go with High School Musical, right? So you know how like Troy, who was the main character, right, was having this like power struggle between, am I supposed to do theater and sing, or should I play basketball? Because that's what I'm good at. Like I said, silly example, but it's going to help you understand how this works. And he was just basically, the whole movie is just him like, do I sing? Do I play basketball? Do I play basketball and sing? What am I supposed to do? But at the end of the day, it's like he ended up kind of integrating both of those together in that premise, right? And then he ended up doing both. He ended up doing both. He ended up winning the championship. He ended up getting the girl. He did everything, the whole nine. But the reason why is because he realized, he's like, I can do my dreams and do what I'm good at, and then put them together at the same time. So that's kind of like how that type of energy goes. Like I said, silly example, but I hope that it resonated, because that's the first thing that I thought of, and it made a lot of sense. But it's like, that's the way that ends up working as far as that's concerned, right? Now, moving on. So after this, I believe it's like Monday, Tuesday. Mind you, this is off the top of my head. I'm going with it. I'm truly embracing the astrologer in me. So the whole idea, right? Going into this moon in Aries around this Monday night, Tuesday, right? What's going to be happening with this Monday and Tuesday is that Monday is going to be like, the moon's going to be shifting into Aries, right? So this is a time frame where it's like, now there's a lot of fire energy in the sky. So it's also going to be making aspects to Chiron in Aries. So Chiron in Aries has been dealing with our personal pain. The Leo King explains it in a really great way, where it's like Chiron is the pain of humanity and what it means to be human. So embracing what it means to be human is aspected through Chiron. So the whole idea, we are all in this together. Facts. Perfect. Oh, this is great. Anyway, but the whole idea, right, is that like I said, with this Aries moon, Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, right? What's going to be happening is that we're going to be embracing the pains that we may have had, but because Mars in Aries is now direct, we're going to be like taking all of that, so everything that's been sweltered up and everything like that, we're going to be like, you know what, it's time to make a difference. It's time to make a change. And with this fire energy, this is the last of the fire energy of this year. So with this fire energy, this is passion. This is really pushing things forward. This is living like woo in your whole heart. It's easy for me to say I'm a triple fire sign, but the whole idea is just like, that's you really pushing forward that heat and intensity towards what it is that you want to go. And with the moon that was in Pisces, recognizing your dreams again, it's almost like you're going to be refueled to push forward towards your actual dreams and towards what it is that you actually want to accomplish. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole idea behind this. When it comes to that energy, right? So that's going to be happening over this upcoming Monday and Tuesday, right? So moving on from like Wednesday to Thursday, we're gonna have I may be wrong on the days. Okay, let me take that back. So it's gonna be Wednesday to Thursday, which is the Aries energy, right? But from basically on to the end of the week, we have Taurus energy that's going to be coming in, right? So the moon is going to be in Aries. Sorry, the moon's going to be in Taurus from Thursday to Friday. And so the whole idea behind this energy that's happening is that we're going to be shifting what makes us comfortable, right? Like what makes us comfortable, what makes us feel secure, right? Uranus is also in Taurus, so what's going to be happening here is that there's going to be like this upheaval. There's going to be this shift in a sense, right? Of like, hey, this is this structure, this is the stability, this is us like really trying to hold this all together. But what's going to be happening is that there's going to be like a whole new thing. So Taurus for Thanksgiving, yes, yep, yep, yep. Taurus, like the end of Aries to Taurus for Thanksgiving, 100%. So for Thanksgiving, the moon is going to be in Taurus, but it's going to be a different type of Thanksgiving. It's going to be a weird Thanksgiving. It's going to definitely be different. And I think a lot of that also has to do with the times that we're living in. There's going to be a lot of different separations. Some people aren't going to be able to like see actual family in person and such like that. It's going to be a very different type of Thanksgiving for like a lot of people because it's going to be like that. So, that's going to be like a whole different thing because Uranus is going to be in Taurus. So it's even going to be shaking up the tradition of that holiday itself. So it's like it's going to be shifting the tradition of that holiday. It's also a holiday about food. So it's like Taurus is a sign that is known for food or loves food. There's a bunch of Taurus memes about food. But in Taurus's defense, it's not strictly about food. It's about the idea of sustenance and sustaining what's going on and being able to enjoy the pleasures of like having that sustenance. That's what it's more so about than just like Taurus likes food. Even though every Taurus I know loves food. Taurus energies love food in general. I'm not going to deny that. But there's going to be more so about this sustenance, right? But if you do want to know more about the astrology and like those deep layer levels of the different signs, be sure to check out my classes that I host on Mondays and Wednesdays. Every Monday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. PST. I have all of my classes up on the House of Intuition LA website until the end of this year. Like literally from this week until December 28th is the last class that I'm doing before the next year. That is basically what's going to be happening as far as that is concerned. Emotionally, pleasure, leisurely eating, happy Buddha vibes. Facts. That's what's coming in for like I said, this Thanksgiving time frame. Thanksgiving and Black Friday as well is going to be in the moon in Taurus. So be sure to look out for that in there. They're good classes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're going to be doing, like I said, a bunch more classes and everything like that. Be sure, if anything else, if you're not interested in like learning astrology per se, check out my new moon and full moon classes that I do. Because the new moon and full moon classes are going to be really putting you on about how to manifest and how to release during these time frames. And I break down the astrology and I break down what is specifically going on for you and your zodiac sign. I pull cards, I do everything, the whole nine. So just be sure that you check that out because that's going to be really powerful as far as that's concerned. And please, 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 please check out the next the full moon. The next full moon that's going to happen is a lunar eclipse. Like this is actually a big deal. Like this is a huge deal as a matter of fact because lunar eclipses shift destiny. So this full moon upcoming is going to be very different from any other full moon that you run across. And this next new moon after on the 14th of December is going to be very different from any other new moon that you come across. So be sure to check that out because I'll be explaining exactly how that's going to be working the best that I can because destiny is also shifting. But I'll be breaking that down. It's in my energy because I'm a Sag, so it should be very streamlined. So I hope that ends up working. Any rituals you suggest to start out Sag season today? So I'm gonna be real. This Scorpio season was not that fun astrologically. It was not a fun astrological season. There was a lot of like pain that had to be worked through. There was a lot of like things along the line, and it's been on the collective level, so it's everyone. So if you think it's just you, you're incorrect. So like I said, so this Sagittarius season, if you can hop into a house of intuition, that's even better. So I would say like in an ideal setting, right? Let's say you live in LA. So in an ideal setting, what you should do for the Sagittarius season is you should go into a house of intuition. We have multiple locations. We have Melrose. We have North Hollywood. There's many different places you can go. Check it out. But if you go to like a house of intuition, check that out. You can use sage. You can use Palo Santo. I'm personally going to use some sage and Palo Santo. And whatever it is, just like clear out the energy of beforehand and then invite adventure into your life. Invite new philosophy into your life. That's going to be my suggestion for any rituals for that. I'm going to talk about the conjunction on December 21st. Yes, I am. I'm doing a class on December 21st about the grand conjunction, or the great conjunction, I'm sorry. But the great conjunction that's happening on the 21st is literally like a time frame where your whole life is going to shift for the next 20 years. Like straight up. Like, so if anyone thinks there's going back, there's no going back, there's moving forward. But how we move forward depends on what you intend, what you put your energy into. So please check out the one. It's called, the class on the website. It's called the Cosmic Event, the Great Conjunction. So be sure to check that one out too, because that's going to be, ooh, this is going to be a very, very powerful day. Saturn and Jupiter are going into Aquarius. If you want to know about the power of Saturn and Jupiter, or just Saturn, let's just go with Saturn, right? So Saturn, when Saturn originally went into Aquarius for the first time in like the 28-year cycle it did, we all went under lockdown for quarantine. So like literally D-Day, I'll remember watching this. I will never forget this day in my life. I remember watching this happen. The shift went from that 0 degrees Saturn in Aquarius, everyone went on quarantine. Like literally just like I watched it happen. I'm never going to forget that. So the whole idea now is that because this is coming back, it's not going to necessarily be quarantine because there's Jupiter here as well. So there's going to be a huge, Jupiter is a planet of luck, of expansion, of like experience and stuff like that. So now there's like some luck tied to this new Saturn and Aquarius energy, which is why this great conjunction is so powerful as far as what you're going to manifest and bring in. Not just usually with new moons and full moons, it's like the next 6 months, the next whatever else. This great conjunction on the 21st is for the next 20 years. 20 years. That's so be sure to definitely check out that class as well. If anyone has like any like last second questions, I think I pretty much ran through for that. Anything hopeful? Yes, Sagittarius season. And like I said, a lot of people have been feeling down all throughout Scorpio season and such like that. Anything hopeful? Sagittarius season is starting in an hour, 30 minutes from now. Literally 30 minutes from now. It's going to be pushing that all forward and bringing that in. So be sure that y'all stay tuned because there's a lot of things happening for this end of this year. So be sure to stay tuned for these Saturday live streams that I do. Check out the classes that I do as well, because I always give y'all the tips. I really do break down what's going on. And even if you're not really deep into astrology, I try to break things down in like the most principled ways possible. So even if you know nothing about astrology, you will leave knowing something about astrology 100%. Could there be any reason why I'm called to the planet Jupiter? You want to know why you're being called to the planet Jupiter? Because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. And it's Sagittarius season. No, but for real, like that's literally how the energy is going to be going on. Like I said, there's a lot of energy that's picking up. Like there's beforehand it was like, now it's like, okay, we're picking it up, going that. Will you find love? When you become love, you find love. That is the best way I'll ever frame that. When you become love and move love, you will find love. Signs of Venus. So, yeah. So, what's in the full moon class called? The full moon is going to be the full moon in Gemini coming up, but it's going to be the lunar eclipse as well. I'll be sure to talk about that in the live stream that I do in the process too. But yeah, I love your classes. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. They're fun. They're really fun to do. It's only $10 a piece, and I break down way more than $10 worth of information all within an hour. So be sure to check that out. I really do. I love giving the information out for people to understand what's going on in the world, because as you can see, we're entering a brand new time. So be sure to check that out. Outside of that, like I said, can't make it up at all. This is really what's going on in the world. So like, anyway, much love to you all for like showing up, coming through the live stream. I appreciate the hearts popping up too. First time watching and you're amazing. Thank you so much. See, this is a beautiful time. See, this is the type of energy that we need, and this is what we're going to be pushing forward for the next month. Will this change the destiny reading that I did? No, the destiny reading that I do. So if I do a reading for you, that's going to stay there forever. So, once more, last thing I have to say, because you mentioned the readings. I do have my readings on sale until the end of the Sagittarius season. ChadTheMaverick.com. be sure to check that out. I'm doing that before I start reframing the website and stuff, which is going to be a whole other thing. But regardless of that, feel free to come to that. If you want to get a reading for yourself, get a reading for a family member, get a reading for someone for Christmas, holla at the kid. So yeah, let me know. Outside of that, much love to you all. Stay amazing, stay blessed, push your power forward, follow your vision, follow your heart, follow your intuition, and all great things will come to you. And until next time, have a great one. Peace.